I'm 72 years old. For 15 years, I faced challenges with intimacy. Then within weeks, everything changed. With just the right glass of wine. No pills, no procedures. Just 4 specific types of wine that help clear blood vessels, restore healthy circulation, and rekindle the warmth and closeness many believe are lost forever. I'm Dr. James. For over 30 years, I've specialized in men's health and age-related vitality. I've assisted thousands across the U.S. in feeling strong, connected, and confident once more. What I've discovered may surprise you. Intimacy after 60 doesn't vanish. It simply needs the right kind of support. Sometimes that support comes from an unexpected place, your wine glass. While many view wine as a mere indulgence, certain ancient varieties are rich in compounds that naturally enhance blood flow, relax blood vessels, and reignite desire, without medications, side effects, or uncomfortable conversations. But only a select few wines offer these benefits. So why do these 4 make such a difference? And how can they help you feel vibrant in your own skin again? That's exactly what we'll explore. But first, let me explain why these wines are especially effective for those over 60, and how a simple ritual has transformed the lives of thousands of older adults just like you. As we enter our 60s and 70s, subtle changes occur within our bodies, often unnoticed until they impact our daily well-being. One critical change involves our blood vessels. Over time, they can narrow, stiffen, and lose the flexibility that once allowed blood to flow freely. Toco.marketing plus 3 LinkedIn plus 3 co-design plus 3. This isn't solely a cardiovascular concern. It affects everything from your energy and mental clarity to something many quietly struggle with: physical intimacy. Here's something I share with every patient. If you're over 60 and facing challenges with connection or arousal, it's likely not about hormones or desire. It's about circulation. When blood doesn't efficiently reach certain areas, you might notice cold hands or feet, reduced sensitivity, slower response times, and even emotional distance from your partner. That's not merely aging. It's a blood flow issue. And the encouraging news? It's something you can actively address. A hidden treasure in your home, the surprising health secret. Did you know that a simple item in your home could be a key to better health? It's not a new medication or a fancy gadget. It's a specific kind of red wine. Now, before you think this is about indulging in alcohol, let me clarify. This isn't about drinking heavily or any wine off the shelf. It's about certain red wines, rich in natural compounds like polyphenols, flavonoids, and resveratrol, which have been shown to support circulation in remarkable ways. These compounds help relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and improve the delivery of oxygen throughout the body. They encourage the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that signals your blood vessels to open up, enhancing blood flow. Improved circulation can lead to feeling more alert, more connected, and even more receptive to physical closeness. It's not about the alcohol, it's about the beneficial elements found in the grapes themselves. However, not all wines are created equal. Only specific varieties grown and processed in the right way contain enough of these active compounds to make a meaningful difference. That's why I guide my patients toward 4 particular types of wine that consistently show positive results in improving blood flow, intimacy, and overall vitality, without the need for drugs, prescriptions, or side effects. Let's explore what these wines are and understand why they work. Pinot Noir, the circulation champion. When I first started recommending Pinot Noir to my older patients, I never could have imagined the stories I'd hear just a few weeks later. One patient, a 67-year-old man, came into my office with tears in his eyes. "Dr. Carter," he said, "I never thought I'd feel this way again, especially with my wife. But all it took was a few small glasses of the right wine, sipped mindfully, with the right intentions. And that wine was Pinot Noir." But why is Pinot Noir so special? It's not just about the taste or the elegance. It's what's hidden inside those little grape skins. Pinot Noir is packed with resveratrol, a powerful compound that can help restore the flexibility of your blood vessels. In simpler terms, it helps your arteries and veins open up, allowing blood to flow more freely, especially to those key areas of the body that need it most when we crave connection. As we age, our blood vessels naturally stiffen. It's not your fault, it's just biology. But when circulation slows, everything changes. You might start noticing your hands and feet feeling cold more often. Or maybe you're slower to respond when your partner reaches for you. Intimacy can feel more like a task, or even vanish altogether. It's easy to think this is just how things are now. But let me tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. With just a few ounces of Pinot Noir a few nights a week, alongside a healthy lifestyle, many of my patients have experienced amazing changes. They sleep better. They wake up with more energy and warmth. And in the moments that matter most, they feel alive again. Not just physically, but emotionally too. Pinot Noir works quietly, subtly. It doesn't force a reaction like some medications. It simply supports your body's natural rhythm, helping you reconnect both physically and emotionally. Pinot Noir restores the flow, and not just in your body, but in your relationships too. Imagine a wine so smooth, so silky, that it helps restore that smooth, natural rhythm of closeness between two people who may have forgotten how beautiful it can be just to be near each other. But here's the thing, Pinot Noir is just the beginning. There's another wine I call the artery defender, and it plays an equally powerful role in helping your heart and your body rediscover their natural rhythm. Trust me, you'll want to know why this wine works so well, especially if you enjoy it before bed. Let's dive into it. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. Cabernet Sauvignon, the heart's secret weapon. I'll never forget a couple who came to see me not too long ago. He was 70, she was 68, married for over 40 years, still holding on to that deep love. But something had changed. He looked at me, frustration in his eyes, and said, "It's like there's a wall between us. Not emotional, but physical. I want to be close to her, but my body just doesn't work the way it used to." I could feel his heartache, so I listened closely. One of the first things I recommended was something simple, a small amount of Cabernet Sauvignon in their weekly routine. Not for escaping, but for reconnecting. You see, Cabernet Sauvignon is not just a rich, bold red wine. It's an artery defender, packed with proanthocyanidins, powerful antioxidants that help keep your blood vessels flexible and functional. As we age, maintaining that flexibility is crucial. Without it, our blood flow slows down, especially to the parts of the body that matter most when it comes to intimacy. Picture this. Your heart pumps around 2,000 gallons of blood a day. But if your arteries are stiff and inflamed, much of that flow is blocked. That means less oxygen, less sensitivity, and less responsiveness. It affects both men and women, leading to a growing distance that can make closeness feel like a distant memory. But here's the good news. Cabernet Sauvignon can help. Just a few ounces can gently support your circulatory system and get things flowing again. Many of my patients have shared how they start to feel warmth returning to their fingers and toes. Others notice better sleep. But what I hear the most is this. We're close again. Not just in passing, but in a real, meaningful way. When blood is flowing freely, everything else falls into place. Touch becomes more than just an action. It becomes a sensation. Desire feels natural again, not forced. And moments of connection? They return effortlessly. It's not magic. It's the power of nature working with your body's own rhythm. The best time to enjoy it? In the evening. In small amounts, with a light meal. It relaxes the body, opens up the blood vessels, and prepares you for more than just physical closeness. It sets the stage for emotional connection. But remember, Cabernet Sauvignon is only one piece of the puzzle. There's another wine I often recommend, one that goes even further in restoring warmth and intimacy. Curious to know more? Let's dive into that next. 3. Sangiovese, the warmth restorer. I want to tell you about Margaret, a 67-year-old woman who, after being widowed for 5 years, found herself in a new relationship. One day, with a mix of excitement and uncertainty, she told me, "I want to feel again. Not just emotionally, but physically. But everything feels muted." That's something I hear often from people at her stage in life. It's not the desire for intimacy that's gone, but the warmth that makes it feel natural, inviting. It was at that moment I introduced her to a simple ritual, just a few ounces of Sangiovese. This classic Italian red wine is more than just a drink. It's a quiet hero when it comes to restoring warmth and circulation. What makes Sangiovese so special is its blend of flavonoids and an antioxidant called quercetin, which work together to boost blood flow, right to the heart, brain, and even to your skin and extremities. For those of us over 60, this can bring back something we haven't felt in years, the gentle warmth of connection, that feeling of touch, the tingle of responsiveness that we thought was gone. When blood flows freely again, especially to the hands, feet, and pelvic region, it's not just about function, it's about presence. I've heard patients tell me, "I didn't realize how distant I felt until now," or "I can feel the warmth in my partner's touch again." Sometimes they don't even need to speak. A simple look between two people says it all. Sangiovese isn't something to just sip, it's something to share. A slow glass, a quiet moment, a conversation that lingers. This is where the magic happens. It doesn't fix everything, but it supports what's already there. The desire to connect, to feel, to be close without discomfort or fear. Margaret later told me, "It wasn't just my body changing. It was remembering I could still enjoy intimacy, still feel alive." Sometimes that kind of transformation doesn't need a prescription. It just needs the right moment and the right wine. But there's something more. For women over 60, there's another wine I call the hidden gem, light, elegant, and often overlooked. But this wine quietly supports one of the most common intimacy challenges after menopause. Let's talk about this secret in the next part. 4. Rosé, dry, the hidden gem for women's health. Her name was Ellen. She was 66, vibrant, funny, and full of life. But when we sat down to talk, something changed. Her eyes filled with quiet frustration. "I love my husband deeply," she said, "but something's different now. I feel disconnected from my own body, and it's making me pull away." What she was describing is something I hear often from women over 60, the emotional toll of physical changes, especially after menopause. It's not a lack of love. It's a quiet grief for the closeness that used to feel effortless. I could see the weight of this quiet struggle, and that's when I shared something many women don't even consider. Dry rosé. But not just any rosé. I'm talking about the true dry rosé made from Grenache or Mourvèdre grapes. The ones that are light in alcohol, yet packed with powerful polyphenols. These polyphenols are key to supporting microcirculation, the flow of blood to delicate tissues. And here's the thing. As we age, blood flow to these areas naturally slows down. At first, it's subtle, a little less sensitivity, a slight dryness, and the discomfort where once there was ease. Over time, this starts affecting how we connect emotionally too. Now, rosé, with its gentle vasodilating properties, works to counteract this. It helps boost circulation, not just to the heart and brain, but to those areas where women feel the effects of aging the most. When Ellen started enjoying a few glasses of dry rosé, always with food and in moderation, she noticed something incredible. It wasn't about trying to turn back time. It was about reconnecting with herself. And from there, everything else felt easier. "It's not about being young again," she told me. "It's about feeling connected to myself." And from that place, everything changed. That's the quiet power of dry rosé. It doesn't shout, it doesn't overwhelm. It gently whispers to the body, helping it remember how to feel again. And for many women and their partners, that subtle return of warmth, softness, and responsiveness can be life-changing. I've seen couples hold hands again after years of distance. I've seen women smile when they talk about their bodies instead of feeling ashamed or invisible. All from something as simple as a few glasses of natural wine that bring blood flow back to where it matters most. But wine is just the beginning. There's something even more powerful at play when you combine this with the right mindset and emotional connection. In the final section, I'll share how you can turn this into a lasting lifestyle. a way to nurture intimacy, vitality, and joy that grows stronger year after year. Don't wait to feel connected again. Take control today. A life of lasting connection awaits. For over 30 years, I've had the privilege of working with countless men and women in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. I've sat across from people who thought the most meaningful moments of intimacy were things of the past, and I've heard that quiet sadness in their voices, the kind you won't find in lab results or medical charts. But you know what I've also seen? That spark of joy return when something as simple as circulation begins to improve. That joy doesn't always begin with a doctor's visit or a prescription. It can start around a dinner table, sharing a glass of wine. Yes, wine. Each of the 4 wines I've shared with you, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon, Sangiovese, and dry Rosé, offers something truly unique. Pinot Noir opens the blood vessels, bringing back vitality that feels out of reach after 60. Cabernet Sauvignon defends your arteries, helping the heart pump blood with greater ease and strength. Sangiovese warms the body, bringing back the touch and presence that so many couples describe as feeling like coming home. And Rosé, gentle, often underestimated, helps women reclaim sensitivity and confidence in their bodies, especially after seasons of change. But here's the thing. These wines offer more than just science. They offer connection, a chance to slow down, to share a glass, create space for conversations that matter, not rushed but meaningful. For so many of us, life has been about survival, raising families, building careers, paying bills. And then one day we find ourselves with time that for many can feel quiet, even empty. But here's the secret. When couples begin this simple ritual, incorporating these wines into their week, it shifts the energy. There's a softness that returns, a glance that lingers just a bit longer. The body, given what it needs, responds, subtly yet profoundly. That closeness, that warmth isn't gone. It's just been waiting for you to invite it back. Of course, wine alone won't solve everything. It's not a miracle in a bottle. But when combined with mindful choices, gentle movement, honest communication, and a willingness to stay open, it becomes part of something much bigger. A lifestyle of connection. One that nurtures not just your body and heart, but your relationship itself. Here's the most important thing I can tell you. Don't wait for a diagnosis or a crisis to start caring for your circulation and your intimacy. Start now. Take small, intentional steps. Pour a glass of Pinot and sit with your partner. Cook a light dinner, open a bottle of Cabernet, share a memory, a laugh, a kiss. These moments strengthen the arteries of your relationship just as much as they support the ones in your body. You are not past your prime. You are not too old to rediscover joy, closeness, or desire. In fact, this chapter of life holds the deepest potential for love and connection because it's not driven by urgency, it's driven by presence. So here's to your next glass, to the warmth it brings, to the life still waiting to be lived. If this message resonated with you, if it reminded you that closeness and vitality don't have to fade with age, please like, share, or comment below. You never know who else might need to hear that it's never too late to feel alive again. Your story, your voice, your presence, they matter. Let's keep this conversation going.